But we've done a good. We started this in 1984. Hey, you know what? I had to keep y'all guessing, Black. I had to keep y'all guessing. We have been doing this since the 1984 season. Jordan does not have hair anymore, so I didn't have many options. I didn't have many options for like a younger, say 1042. Okay, I didn't have many options. This is all I had. This is the only option I had for the 1991 Jordan. Was basically bald Nike. He's all the way bald. So he's number 9. He's wearing which Jordans are these? Question number 8 on the exam. Are these are 7s? Are these? I can't remember those 6 or 7s. Either way, he is bald now, and his potential is right. So that's cool. What else happened? There was not a champion last year. So if you were not a part of last stream, how many of y'all were here for the 1990 NBA season? If you weren't, sadly, the season had to close down because of a. Those are 6s. I see. Sadly, we had to close down the season midway through. Midway through, there was actually a sickness, and we did not get to finish, and so there was no champion. Otherwise, the Celtics probably would have been able to repeat. No, there was absolutely it didn't happen. Sorry, I'm multitasking here because this graphic that this guy makes for the case, which as a matter of fact, let me put this up. The case that this guy makes. How are we feeling about the How are we feeling about the case from Mr. Bean? He made us a case for 1991. He went with Sega Genesis, actually, All-Star Game, because we didn't have a champion. So there wasn't a. I can't really do much for you, no. I can't really do much about it. Let's see, 1991 season, starting in 1991. And then, all right, let me get Discord and we're good. All right, we're good. Yes, I figured. Blazers still have their big 3 together. Yeah, no Music 2K or anything like that. Don't worry about that today. Don't worry about Music 2K because obviously that could cause issues. Got you. Yeah, thanks for reminding W. The eye in the sky watching over me so I don't fumble the bag. Much appreciated. 10K is crazy. 10K for a street before. The Blazers did end up losing Larry Nance, but they signed Daryl Dawkins, and he's there to stay. So I have Daryl Dawkins starting. I wanted to do that so badly, but yeah, we're on lo-fi all day today. Music 2K return on a non-sponsored stream. Shout out to Geico and Amazon Freebie. Bunch of these. Yeah, you know what the thing that's about this 91 season? A lot of these teams are pretty much the same as they were last year. So although we didn't get to finish last season, we're basically getting to finish it now. Who got Gary Payton, y'all? Who got Gary Payton? I can't remember. Magic Johnson still kind of tanking. You got 380 overalls. That's a tanking team. Said, why are the expansion teams already so good? Because they've been finessing people. They've been finessing people in these expansion drafts. That's why. Isaiah Thomas. Yeah, we basically, this is literally the sequel to 1990, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started with it. The Mavs. Did the Mavs get him? Was it the Mavericks? The Mavericks, Derek Harper, Marcus Johnson. Shout out to Mr. Moon for the raid. We appreciate you. Alvin Oh, Gary Payton is, yeah, he's starting off as an 80. Okay, that's cool. All right, yeah, let's go ahead and start simming, y'all. If y'all are new to this sim, for those of y'all that aren't familiar with what we're doing, we started in the 1984 season probably about a month ago, and we're trying to go all hey man, it's a thought that counts. Woj. We're trying to go all the way to the 2020s, and you know, before this gets overrun by generics and such, you know what I mean? So let's go. Who should we watch? Let's watch the Blazers first. Let's watch the Blazers or the Rockets, one of those teams. Blazers and Celtics, we know that's not really a good team. The Lakers are terrible now. Let's start Blazers and Rockets. Let's not even waste any time. Any reward, any channel reward that you gift or redeem, it'll be refunded because today we're probably not using those. What's good, Dr. Matt? Rockets and Blazers was not the one that gave us the greatest sim game of all time, was it? I don't remember. I don't remember which game. Who did the Rockets play that gave us the greatest? It was the Rockets and Bulls. Ah, I like it. All right, Clyde Drexler's big three versus MJ and David Robinson. This should, the way I do it, I get to about 3.5. Never mind. The Blazers won. Never mind. Did I end whose career? I haven't ended any careers, but I'm about to end my own. I haven't even told Discord I was doing the season yet. If you're not in the Discord, you can ping Discord and join. Alright, well, no game on this one. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's go ahead and continue this one. Is there still Kings Blazers hype? Oh gosh. Well, the Trailblazers, by the way, have lost one game. They're 8-1. That would have been a good game to get. 8-1, 7-2 is tough. Let's go ahead and put Bulls and Blazers. Hakeem versus the super team. Hakeem has done nothing but fumble. We already got a trade, y'all. The Mavs want to trade Royal and the second pick to the Heat for Okay, that's fine. Whatever. That's fine. Yeah, you know what's crazy? So this is like front page of Twitch. It would be amazing if the sim gave us some. They could have saved that Rockets and Bulls game for today. That would have been great. Because I assume there's a lot of people who've never seen sim in here and would. So, how do I find happiness? 2K simulations. They will make you happier than any amount of money. I promise. There's nothing wrong with these. There's never been a glitch. There's never been a single thing that happened that wasn't supposed to happen in a 2K sim. These will change your life. These. Oh, the Mavericks are. No, I'm not letting that happen. I'm not helping the Warriors. Nope. Not happening. For undisclosed reasons, we're not helping. But so we're gonna go Rockets Bulls. This is the one that gave us pretty much the greatest sim game of all time. Of all time. And I think we got it, y'all. You know what? I think just for the sake of. Come on, Chicago. I don't want to jump in with 4 minutes, but you know, who are the Warriors? Nah. All right, let's jump in, y'all. We're good. We're good. So I assume a lot of people in here don't have channel points. However, do I even have sound on this? I don't know. Okay, so this is where we normally do the bets, right? So you get to see who's killing right now. David Robinson is eating. MJ only got 18. This is bald MJ's first game. Then you got Reggie Miller and Akeem Olajuwon. So I am going to type in /predictions, and you just predict who you think is going to win if you have channel points. A lot of the regular viewers in here obviously have channel points. If you're just coming through, you're probably not going to have any because you have to actually spend time in here. But Rockets. So the bet has started. Also, let me tell Discord that I actually have this going on because they're going to be mad. 1991 season. Cool. And then, yeah, a lot of people have lost. People fumble channel points in here every day betting on teams that they shouldn't be. It's an incredible phenomenon. Anyways, all right, we're good. Rockets and Bulls gave us the greatest game we've ever had. Let's do it, y'all. Okay. 1 second. Let's ride. Wow, y'all are tripping. Okay. There was no sound, so. All right, there we go. Let's ride. Hakeem got drafted by the Bulls, won one championship. And y'all can't see the score with this, so I'm gonna try to move this like a little bit up just for purposes of the stream. Inconvenient, but it's fine. There, you can see the score now. You can hear a pin drop in here. Said bet to win. If you lose, bet again. Exactly. That's really, if you plan on being in the chat for these sims, that's really all it is. If you lose one bet, you just keep going. And you know what? 1991. I think this might finally be Mike's year. You got bald MJ, armband MJ, David Robinson. Don't know what shoes to put on him quite yet. We got a sim doc. Somebody finally made us a sim doc. Oh, that is just. That might have been a little bit loud for y'all. My bad. Oh, we got a sim dog. So okay, if you ping sim history as Akeem. Oh, that's for 2009. Why is that even here then? I thought we had a sim dog. Never mind. We don't have it yet, y'all. We don't have it yet. That's an old documentary. False alarm, y'all. False alarm. The last Rockets Bulls game we did went to about 4 overtimes. So I'm gonna need them to give the ball to MJ, because we're on the front page and stuff. I need them to run plays for MJ and not number 7 over here, who they're trying to give the ball to. Because see, if this is somebody's first time jumping into a sim, they just seen Sam Vincent with the and 1. Solid screen. David Robinson could teach current day Anthony Davis a thing or two about screen setting. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, at about 11 we'll do that. Before the next game we'll do that. We need MJ to get some touches. This is why I didn't want to do this, right? Y'all were in the chat like, oh, give us ball to MJ. What if ball to MJ don't play the same? Y'all know how 2K is. What if we put in ball to MJ and now that's just it? Good block. Good help defense. I don't know when they got... Will this be a VOD? I'm going to have to actually cut this. Oh, good. Okay, here comes ball to MJ. Here comes Mike. And he's learned the passing game. That is a thing that's happened. 2 years ago, that's a contested ticket. So the VOD will actually have to be cut. The VOD will have to be cut, and I'm going to have to re-upload it is what's going to happen. So, yes, eventually there will be. And Dave Robinson was right there. So this is another thing, right? You just ignore this. If you've never seen a 2K sim before, you just ignore the fact that sometimes they call a timeout. And you can't... Okay, there we go. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes. Music 2K is on load management. I can't... You know what? It's... This controller is rattling and I never slammed it is the crazy... That's the craziest part. Hakeem and David Robinson was the battle last time. The hook. The buckets. Hakeem absolutely dominated David Robinson in an MVP year a couple of years ago, and the chat still voted for David Robinson as MVP. Also, if you'd ever see the sim, there's going to be about 3 or 4 unnecessary timeouts, but it's fine. You know what? It's worth it. Calling CPS for the controller. The juice is worth the squeeze. Chad, is this a different court for Houston, by the way? Is this a different court for Houston? I don't remember this being the... Yeah, you late. You late, Stingy, but it's fine. Alright, cool, we're good. So there'll probably be about 2 or 3 more of those, but it's fine. Yeah, this is a different court. Cool, slightly, yeah. I don't even slam controllers anymore. So if we run a play from Mike, we can show people... Ah, there it is. Bald Mike has been activated. Moves on moves. Now he just has to fade on Reggie. Left-handed hook. It's a brick. It's fine, though. It's a 1-point game. We could easily end up in... Oh, gosh. Reggie's pulling. And hidden. Chicago with the lead. Reggie Miller and Hakeem have been a duo worth 1 championship thus far. Definitely should be worth more, but it's alright. It's coming eventually. That might be the first time we've actually seen Reggie willingly take a shot on screen. We have had about 3 timeouts in the last 5 minutes. This is amazing. If you can get past all of this, though, it turns out being pretty cool. Reggie's in like his 4th year, I think. What year is this for Reggie? Oh, 1991. What year is this for Reggie? I don't know. Either way, if you bet on Houston, you got about 1:33 to make this up. I don't know. Pull up jumper from who? Without Michael touching the ball. It's all right because D. Robinson got y'all. This is amazing. 4 timeouts. You know what the funniest part about this? This doesn't happen every sim. This actually doesn't happen every sim where they take a timeout after every single bucket. But on our first game today, this is what we got. This don't happen every time. This is the only thing keeping it from being a Hood Classic. It's fine, though. I might as well run a commercial break there in the middle of this. You know what? Alright, cool. One more time out and I'm running a commercial break. It's fine. That's amazing. No, because those of y'all in here that are regulars know that doesn't even happen every single game, but because naturally, it's fine. Next time that happens, I'm running a commercial break. Oh, gosh. It's good. Kersey. No bucket. In overtime, the good thing is they only have about 2 timeouts, right? MJ was about to turn on ball hog mode. That's why they haven't won a championship yet. They might have contested ISO shots he's been taking. And this year, it looks like they might have wrote him out the offense. I don't know. See, 5 seconds left and we're going to get a D-Rob fadeaway. And hits! Buckets! He's been the leader today. Houston by 2. If I'm the Bulls, I'm running one for Reggie Miller right now. I'm giving the ball to Hakeem in the post. I'm letting them double. And I'm going to Reggie. It's that simple. Because Hakeem's about to step out of bounds. Just give it to him in the post like you've been doing the entire sim. Kersey, no good. Hakeem, rebound, and none. Now, 2K has been notoriously bad with free throws most of the year, but if he hits 2, I think y'all know where this is headed, y'all. Literally a couple of weeks ago, we had Rockets and Bulls. We were here for probably about 30 minutes just on this game. He hit them both. All right, 30 seconds. There is no glitch though because the game is tied. We don't tell them about the glitch. If they haven't been in here, they just won't know about the glitch. Sam Benson about to do something crazy. You got Michael Jordan on your team. You could just pass it. You could just pass it to Mike. You could just pass it to Mike and let him ISO while the clock is going down. That's cool. Or just give it to David Robinson for a free throw line jumper to rim out. And now Chicago is going to plot, which means we will get a time out. Oh gosh. You know what? We'll just do it after the game. It's fine. I was gonna try to be slick about it, but I mean technically I can be. Because they're not gonna let me. Clearly they're not gonna let me do this, so it's fine. Okay, there we go. MJ not touching it's fine. We don't acknowledge it. We don't acknowledge MJ not touching the ball, and he's having a bad shooting night, alright? He's deferring. He's deferring to his number one. He's deferring to his number one. So this is where you go to Hakeem in the post, right? This is where you go to Hakeem in the post with 6 seconds left. Or give it to Reggie Miller. They didn't give it to Reggie Miller to win the game. Air ball. We are going to OT. It is time. We will be right back right after this commercial break. Incredible.
Check out this legendary moment from Top Class Season 3, presented by Geico.
Those games can go by like a blur. You can't think about what's to come. You gotta stay in the moment.
Streaming on Freevee, presented by Geico. Switch now and see all the ways you can save.
Y'all gotta admit though. Y'all gotta admit that was pretty smooth though. Y'all gotta admit I killed that. You just gotta use 2K. You gotta use 2K against itself sometimes. MJ off the glass. Y'all, I myself think I did a good job on that one. Shout out to Geico. Shout out to Amazon Freevee. Hakeem drop step inside, snatch blocked. Oh no! I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I gotta go back and get that one. I'm sorry. I gotta go back and get that one because I'm not sure if the camera flashed. But either way, you can't go back and get that one in the score summary. Did the camera flash? Yes or no? It did. It flashed. It flashed, which means we can get. If y'all have never seen this before, you can actually get what we call F12s. There's an emote for that. You can get F12s or screenshots that you can use your channel points on and such, and they look beautiful. This is like one of the best additions to 2K this year. Now, I would wait until the game was over to get these, but we simply can't. All right, cool. All right, cool. We're good. We're good. By the way, if you redeemed from last stream, if you redeemed NFT from last stream, only 3 of y'all did, so it's fine, but I'll get those out to you soon. David Robinson trying to tell y'all he actually did deserve that MVP. Meanwhile, 4 minutes left in this one. We did get triple OT out of this game, I believe. Hakeem again tries it again and gets that one to go. Elijah won with 26. This is definitely one of those nights where he's going to end up with 40. Meanwhile, is Mike going to touch the ball? I should have left him with hair. I told y'all. Here it is. Right wing. Reggie Miller does have him locked up, though, in these games that we jump into. We've been praying for a Rockets Bulls final for quite some time. Sam Vincent, what are you doing? Sam Vincent, why? Why? It's going to be all right. Reggie nearly hit the side of the backboard. I just saw the YouTube posting. Oh, no, it's fine, Cam. We literally just started the actual sim. You're only about 5 minutes late. This is the first game. It's cool. Who are they subbing out? Is it Sam Vincent? That would be cool. You know what? That was a good attempt from Reggie. I just want to see Reggie get some shots up, though. Roach, you didn't miss anything. A couple. It's that three-point shot. I've been telling y'all since the 80s. It's a gimmick. It's never going to last in this league. The three-pointer is never going to become a staple of this league. D-Rob trying to become the first superstar stretch big? Oh, that's incredible. That's incredible. Person. Thinking about it. Nearly lost it. Good defense from Houston. Person. This is why you get things going towards the rim. It's ethical. I vote to abolish the three-point line, but it's never going to catch on. It's never going to catch on. Mike. Spin. Baseline. Out of bounds. Bald Mike is about 1 of 3 so far. MJ is 1 of 3 on moments thus far. It hasn't been great. Need to make the three-point line shorter. Now that I could get with that. I could get with that. Johnson against Cheeks. You heard it first. And it looks like the Bulls run more offense for guys not named Hakeem this year. As Person gets inside and 1. We are tied.
This is a certified hood classic.
Suburban classic, given the nature and pacing of this. But Chicago takes the lead. We could have had this finals. Rockets and Bulls could have been the finals, and we ended up with something less favorable. But this is why we've wanted Rockets Bulls for quite some time. It always ends up competitive. At least you get David Robinson and Hakeem going against each other. Mike, pull up from the mid. The little bit of space Reggie would give him. All NBA defender in this universe, Reggie Miller, by the way. Reggie Miller is the only person who should be authorized to take threes. Because when he goes to the mid, he does that. Mike is not him. Against Reggie Miller, he's not him. He needs screens to be successful against Reggie Miller. Give it to D-Rob. Robinson with the fade. Robinson. No bucket. Foul. Chicago is going to get the ball. Bald Mike is a generic with a shoe deal. That is highly disrespectful. Jaden, I'm just using Hall of Fame sliders, man. I'm just using Hall of Fame sliders. That's it. I didn't actually amend them. Reggie, pull and hit.
I ain't never ever seen you act like this before.
4-point game happening just like we did. This is exactly how it happened in the last game. Reggie Miller hit a 3 and that was it. They never looked back. So if you voted for the Rockets, I'm sorry to tell you, but Handlebar Mustache over there got his team lock and step. They probably won't lose a 2-possession lead. Not in this era. And Reggie Miller outplays Michael on the screen. That is the interesting part, though. Uh-oh. Are we finally going to get hit with the camera glitch? We've never got hit. Okay, here we go. Reggie Miller has actually clamped Mike and hit shots over him each time. Michael with the wild drive. Got his own rebound. Michael up and again. It's back to a 2-point game. It's back to a 2-point game, but as you see, even for that one, he had to work. I wish we could get a better Reggie face scan, but he's not actually in the game. So, Reggie's using screens. Michael's on him. Miller's looking for space. Left hand. They switch. They're switching bigs onto Reggie. This feels like a bad idea. KJ buckets. 1990 Warriors. What 1990 Warriors? We have not ever watched a Warriors game on stream. I don't know. Michael is in do-it-yourself mode, or he's trying anyways. Get inside. The fade. Mike. But look who that leaves for the rebound. Can they get a stop is the question now. Because if Reggie hits one more three, this one is cooked. This one is cooked. More than likely. Johnson looking mid-range. Won't go. David Robinson! Grab it with two hands! With two... Oh, that's tough. They got the stop they were looking for. That's tough. Robinson got switched. That's tough. That is tough. The Bulls get a whole nother shot clock and look at it. Person. Or Hakeem is going to get another rebound. Johnson. Person for the dagger. Won't go. The Rockets have got one more chance. They've got one more opportunity. It's in the hands of Mike. In 1991. Things should go. Hey y'all, I call game. Reggie Miller has locked MJ in every match thus far. That's not great. Also, Reggie for some reason is on all defensive teams every year, but he shows it on screen though. And one more free throw right here from Johnson probably cooks this. Reggie Miller's a superior shooting guard in this universe, bro. That looks like it's it. Oh, man. It's Miller time. It used to be I want to be like Mike, but now it's just Miller time. This is great. Jordan. Looks like Chicago's going to get this one done. But we've seen and ones and steals, so we're going to give it one more go. And if you voted for Chicago, you're probably good. You're probably good after this. All right. Last call, Houston. But who can hit a three on Houston, though? Like, Michael can, but who's your actual go-to three? Robinson? It's not David. Oh, okay. All right, y'all. Good game. Good game, y'all. All right, cool. We wearing Reggie's in this universe. They said we're not wearing Jordans in this universe. We wearing Reggie's. Oh, no. All right, if you voted for Chicago, obviously, you voted correctly. But y'all all know if you've been here long enough, y'all know we're not gonna see that in the finals. So it is what it is. Has great stuff. Let's move on to the Blazers. You know what? Bulls Blazers right here. Bulls Blazers. Like I said, this is basically, and the Blazers are 13-3. So if you're not familiar with the Blazers because you haven't been here, this is a super team comprised of fascinating. So the Rockets after that game said they're done. They want to make a trade. They're gonna get Joe Barry Carroll for Edwards and a second-round pick. Yes, all the way yes. And if you're familiar with Joe Barry Carroll, like on the Rockets roster, that's actually a significant trade. That is actually a significant trade, especially if, how would you do it, right? You got Smith here, you got Joe Barry Carroll. Now, can Joe Barry, see, he's, what do we do here? Look. If you have Charles Smith playing power forward, you can have Joe Barry Carroll playing the four, fam. I don't care. Even though that they don't have that as his second position, if you can play Vincent there, you cannot get worse by playing Joe Barry Carroll here. You simply can't. So, use your guy, power forward, center. How much help does Jordan need? Well, in a league where there's two super teams, a lot actually. That's the thing. All right, cool. So they're gonna go with Joe Barry Carroll, the power forward, Robinson at center. That should change things. Maurice Cheeks at point. That's also something they did not just have while we were on screen. This is pretty good. This should be able to take them places. As I was saying, the Blazers are a super team with who do you got? Clyde Drexler, Dominique Wilkins, and Charles Barkley. All of this happens organically, by the way. That's the fun of Sims, is that all happened through drafting, through trading, stuff that we didn't do. We didn't do it. The computer did it by itself. So let's see if we can get a game out of that, because you know Chicago is good. They're not going to fold. Houston folds quite often on screen. The Blazers don't. Or they just don't get on screen to begin with. So there's that too. That happens as well. 17-4 are the Blazers, and if you wanted a look at this Blazers roster, here it is. Drex, Barkley, Neek, and Dawkins. So let's check on the Kings. That's the other super team in this league. The fail Blazers. That's the crazy part, is they actually, given what's happened, they pretty much are the fail Blazers. The Kings are 14-5. Let's go Kings Blazers on January. Let's go here. Yeah, it's about ethical hoops. That's why the Celtics keep getting either to the finals, or they either keep getting to the finals. The Spurs want BJ Armstrong. Okay, cool. How's the Celtics? We'll see in a minute. Was there anything on? There normally isn't. There normally isn't, Kook. 2K doesn't pay attention to Christmas games. That's the one place they're short in Sims, is that they don't most of the time make an effort to have like realistic Christmas games. Disney princess. All right, let's get Farmlands on for the chat regulars. Let's get. Is that still a thing? Shout out Harris Heller. All right. Let's keep it moving. They don't really have any good games coming up. Let's keep. What are the Rockets looking like? San Antonio. That's a good one. Except they're 14-13, so probably not. Spurs. Yeah, nah, no good. Trailblazers, Rockets. Try to get this on screen again. The Celtics really are not a good. Yeah, it's been a long time, man. Shout out to y'all that have been here since the 2020 Sims. This became an original in the chat. You don't have. Yeah, the Celtics aren't. Although we kind of want to see if they repeat or not, they're not a good on-screen team, which is why we don't normally watch their games throughout the regular season. Yeah, they absolutely were different. Stop talking Farmlands. Oh, you can always ping a song, by the way, to get. So, hey, we got a game, y'all. We got a game. I don't care. This is good enough. Let's go. All right, we made it, y'all. We made it. You get the Blazers super team on screen. Daryl Dawkins should make this team better. I didn't Scola the center that they were using, but we won't be seeing him anymore. MJ's having a night for himself, 27-9. So if you want to bet on that, he is shooting 50%. 21-12, 5-4 for D-Rob. Meanwhile, Drexler, 30. Barkley, 29. Wilkins, 18. Dawkins, 14. This team is so unfair. So choose your fighter. The prediction will be between the Rockets and the Blazers. All right, y'all. Right as Farmlands ends. You got 1 minute for that. These are known as the failed Blazers because they've failed ever since not reaching the finals. Since they lost there. And Barkley is one of the most improved players in this entire sim. He started off not being worth basically anything on the offensive end, as Wilkins has also put in some work in the post. So this might be a season where we actually see. Yeah, I know, Di. You know what? Thank you. Actually, you know what? I should probably change that. That I can change. I can't change the title, but that I can change it, right? Thank you. Appreciate you. Robinson in the post. Where is Daryl Dawkins? Where is there? I assume Daryl Dawkins is about to come on the floor, and if he's not, I'm going to put him in there. All right. Did they put Daryl Dawkins in? Because Daryl Dawkins is so much better on screen than she is. Hey, shout out to Coop for the donation. I'm putting $1 on the Rockets winning. All right. Bro, I gave Dawkins like 38 minutes a game, and they're still not starting him. Crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go fix that again. I'm not gonna let the Blazers go to the playoffs not playing Daryl Dawkins. He's a cheat code. In 2K, he's a cheat code. I'm not gonna let it happen. It's cool. Either way, it looks like the Blazers are actually going with a different offensive scheme, because normally Dominique Wilkins takes every shot, so that's solid. Maurice Cheeks, a new point guard for the Rockets. Joe Barry Carroll gets switched out too, so okay, it's all right. Yo, what's good, Diddy? MJ versus Charles. Charles is probably going to have hair pretty much the whole sim. Because we see what turning Michael bald did. It gave David Robinson a lot of offensive rebounds. It's a tie. I put 1/3. I put 1/3 of my life savings on the Rockets. Why? You can make the other dude a PF. His overall is so much lower than Charles. You talking about Joe Barry Carroll? I made him a power forward. I made Joe Barry a power forward. I honestly just need to go. Excuse me, y'all. Don't want to die on a sponsored stream. Geico can't fix that. I need to. Wilkins, the spin, the miss. And that was actually a good look. I'm not sure who's picked up Arvydas Sabonis. I had to go mess with his potential because I realized he wasn't panning out. So somebody's going to get him in free agency, and it's going to be great. Robinson probably had a mismatch, but Cheek said he'll do it himself. MJ, what's good? Cheek said he will do it himself. It's a 2-point lead for the Rockets. And as you see, they are playing ethical hoops, mid-range, post. They are not going to the 3-point line as Wilkins finger rolls that one a little bit too high.
This is a certified hood classic.
And we will be right back with the rest of this game after a message from our sponsors.
Check out this legendary moment from Top Class Season 3, presented by Geico.
As a team, we're all trying to win. We just need to lock in more and show the country what we're made of.
Streaming on Freevee, presented by Geico. Switch now and see all the ways you can save.
And we are back here in a tied game. 1.5 minutes remaining. 114. Rockets, Blazers. I don't think we have had enough of MJ and Clyde in this sim, honestly. It was starting out great, and then the Rockets disappeared, and then the Blazers just haven't been able to get back. He got called Clyde the Slide because in a game-winning shot in the finals, he slid on defense. It's all good. If you weren't here earlier, we were watching Robinson in his bag. If you weren't here earlier, we were watching the docuseries on Sierra Canyon, which is fully coming out tomorrow. You can watch with Amazon Freevee as Wilkins looking for a call. This is on console. PS5, the PC version of 2K does not have the updated graphics. As Robinson, why is Robinson being guarded by Wilkins? Houston by 2. I wish it was on PC because we could do so much more. For instance, we would have a real Charles Barkley. Wilkins, again, inside, off the left. He's cooking. He is cooking. That is a bad man, which, you know what? I don't know where I have Stephen A. Smith on my soundboard. That's unfortunate. Y'all hear something? That wasn't me. That didn't come from me. I don't think I'm hearing things tonight. I don't know. Either way, 116 all. Yo, what's good, Kenny? So, see, yeah. Okay, so there we go. Now he's got Dawkins on him. That's more fair. That's more fair. Robinson, Dawkins with the defense. That is why we keep Dawkins in the game. Picked off by Drexler. Picked off all the way. Blazers by 2.
Oh my gosh.
Every now and then, you get something solid from Clyde, the Glide. Also known as Clyde the Slide. But this is why the Blazers have lost very few games thus far. That is unfortunate. They were trying to get MJ look. Clyde Drexler, like Reggie Miller, makes a lot of all defensive teams. Unfortunate if you're Houston. Because now they're going to be dependent on a David Robinson turnaround contested by Daryl Dawkins, who is possibly the most cracked center in 2K Sim. Drop step D-Rob. Drop step D-Rob. Drop step D-Rob.
It's amazing.
Drop step D-Rob. I think we're going to get another OT game. It's possible. Admiral. too big. Admire the work. I was looking for. I had no clue he was gonna drop stuff. Actually, that's just his thing. Who gets the last shot if you're Houston on a team with Neek, Clyde, and Drexler? Who gets the last shot? That's the question. Something tells me it's gonna be Neek. 10 seconds remain. They're going with screens. Wilkins probably had a lane. Wilkins had a couple of open shots. Getting to the free throw line, and that is a no bucket. It was a look. We are going to overtime.
Check out this legendary moment from
Whoop, nope. We already did the one more. We got one more to go. I thought that was a decent look from Neek. I don't. Free basketball. There goes with. It was a good look. He got to his spot. Wilkins got to a spot. I'm going to support from a fellow Dom. I'm going to support Dominique Wilkins on that look. That was a good look. I'm gonna support him. And the Rockets are now playing Joe Barry Carroll. So let's see how this works. Joe Barry Carroll next to David Robinson. First we got to see of it Robinson. That one's a little bit strong. And now also this point guard has Tovid, so that's not great. But he hasn't done anything to mess it up yet. Clyde's messed up with Robinson. He's wide open. I support that shot. Dude is trash, but I support that shot. It was open. Nah, Black, it's just Dom. As far as y'all know, it's just Dom. Zach, you've been here long enough to know what Tovid. You've been here long enough to know what Tovid is, aren't you? Way back in sim history, Tony Parker, when we used to sim on PC, Tony Parker used to take terrible shots all the time. He would just dribble up and take terrible shots, and that was during the COVID age, so we called it Tovid because other players on the team started to do what he was doing, so it was contagious. And so Tony Parker, Tovid, you get it, and so do the Rockets when they don't rotate. Neek, the drive, he did what y'all wanted him to do. Happy? At least he learned, right? At least he learned, but Robinson gets it right back. It's unfortunate that we don't get any Mike buckets anymore, but it's because David Robinson is the number one option. Wilkins starting to feel it. This is absolutely a hood classic.
This is a certified hood
Another
classic.
shot from the nameless PG. He's now got the ice marker under him. I got to do something about him, man. Before we get to the playoffs, I got to do something about this guy. I refuse. I refuse to watch him sell this. Can you show championship history after this? Yeah, I can do that, yeah. I'll go to championship history. Because at this point, I'm actually starting to forget the champions myself. Just nothing happened in 1990, so when we get to the history, just don't pay attention to that. And you won't have any problems. Neek, pull-up jumper. Won't go. Portland down 2. MJ finally about to do something. And Charles Barkley treating him like he's Simmons. Incredible content there. Mike probably had a 3, and Charles just looked at him. Robinson in the post. It took 2. D-Rob looking like Kareem with the hook. He's like Kareem with power. David Robinson in Sim has already passed Kareem as a player. That's already happened. Charles Barkley, Michael might be too little for this particular task. Charles, hook. Good defense. Post defense from Ball Jordan. He's done nothing else thus far. But he's also playing against a super team. So, no, Charles... Joe Barry Carroll buckets! Joe Barry Carroll had a wide open dunk. He had an open dunk. What happened? Drexler is about to step out of bounds, so it doesn't matter. We're going back the other way. It doesn't matter. Oh, that is tough. No hands whatsoever. Look, no hands. You know what? It's fine. David Robinson can make it a 2-possession game. Dawkins is there. Dawkins couldn't collect the rebound, and he is getting cooked. They might want to start doubling. At this point, you might be looking to double team. Neek inside. Quick 2. But they're running out of time. They're going to Robinson for good reason. Daryl Dawkins is might be aging a little bit. He might be aging a little bit. 1986 Daryl Dawkins wouldn't have gone for this. Robinson, turn around. No buckets. And Portland's got a chance to tie. Or take the lead. And I think it's going to be a neat roll. Good coverage on that one, but Cheeks is there, so you can't enter. David Robinson defending a guard. Get bailed. Bailed.
Oh my gosh.
Not the bailout foul. Unbelievable content you are seeing here on Amazon Freevee. You're not really, it's just Switch, but I don't know. Ignore that one. That is tough. The good thing is though, you're guaranteed him to lose. You're guaranteed him to miss one. Like I said, this guy you're guaranteed to miss one. This is the Blazers' fault. They traded B.J. Armstrong for Daryl Dawkins. This is their own fault. It is quite literally their own fault. If they would have kept, yep, see that's all their own fault, bro. All right, y'all. I think Houston got this one. That's 37 for D-Rob. I can't. The Blazers don't have a better PG. They traded B.J. Armstrong to get Daryl Dawkins. They knew they didn't have a backup point guard. Clyde Drexler with the miss, and that is gonna do it. That is more than likely gonna do it. 54 seconds remain. Robinson is getting the ball no matter what. And they're intentional fouling with 44 seconds. That's new. Oh, so this is definitely cooked. This is like well done. Okay. It's fun. They're gonna foul again. Double team. Robinson. Move the ball. Good rotation from Portland's defense there. Good rotation, and Clyde is going to actually cut this to 2. Hold the phone. Oh, they stole it! Houston is selling! Right before our eyes! Portland got it back! Unbelievable. What just happened here in this last 10 seconds? 13 remain. Clyde in the post. Blocked by Jordan. Jordan does it again.
This is a certified hood classic.
No matter how bad Jordan is doing, he consistently owns Clyde. No matter how bad he's doing, ever since the beginning of this sim, literally the first few games, actually in the playoffs, I think they met in Michael's rookie year, Clyde has not been able to get the best of Mike even one time. It's not happened once. Still waiting for them to meet in the playoffs again. But it looks like MJ has saved the day. The Failblazers. The legend of the Failblazers continues. Incredible. Michael doesn't do a lot on offense because he doesn't have to. Free throw missed, y'all. Hold on. Don't hang it up yet. 8 seconds left. 8 seconds left. Terrible. What's the mascot doing there? Terrible 3-point attempt incoming. It's gonna be Dominique Wilkins or the point guard, which is gonna make me mad, but it's fine. They just don't have another point guard. They don't have another point guard. They shouldn't have traded B.J. Armstrong, bro. They probably would have won last year. Yo, what's good, Mo? Here it is. 8 seconds. Oh, it's going to Neek in the corner. Neek gets it up. Won't go. Houston is gonna take this one. If you voted for the Rockets, you voted correctly. Hopefully, because I already paid, so. And that's gonna do it. You saw that, no offense. That's exactly what I was talking about. Alright, cool. We're gonna go ahead and. So this is the NBA triangle. Clyde owns Reggie, Jordan owns Clyde, Reggie owns Jordan. That's how it's going so far. Clyde denied, Clyde the slide, whatever you want to call it. The Rockets get that dub, and we're pretty much at all-star. The Trailblazers play the Rockets one more time, but being that we just oh gosh, look at the records. This is what I wanted to see, right? Because we're pretty much at all-star weekend. So let's go ahead and get to all-star weekend and see what the MVP race and everything is going on. The Pacers are gonna the Pacers are getting rid of Clark Kellogg, so this is fascinating because Clark Kellogg is, I'm sure, the best player on that team, which means if you come here to the Knicks, if you come into the Knicks, they're quietly building something, y'all. Very quietly. They got Ron Harper here. They got Michael Cage last year in a trade. They signed Alex English, Clark Kellogg. They got Rick Smits. When did all this happen, y'all? Hey, yo, when did all this happen? The Knicks done quietly built like an actual. Okay, hold on, time. So let's go ahead and simulate through this. They drafted Rick Smits. I didn't even remember that. Okay, let's see some things. So the first thing we always do is we go and see who. We'll go to the championship report as a matter of fact, just so y'all can see, for those of y'all that haven't been here. This is sim history so far. So these are rewards and such, guys who've won MVP. We started in the 1984 season right here. So these are your MVPs so far, all your rookie of the years, six mans, depoys, which is basically going to be Hakeem for another decade. All NBA teams. You don't really need to look through all that. Past champions as well. So again, started in 84. You had the Lakers repeat. Philly came and got one. The Mavericks got one and Mark Aguirre left. That was Hakeem's one championship. Boston finally got one, and this didn't happen. That just didn't happen. So okay, but also let's go to stats. So yeah, no, we don't even talk about that. So in the season stats so far, Len Bias, of course, is leading the league in scoring. Michael Jordan at 27 points a game. Charles Barkley. Shout out to Overdins for 18 minutes. Welcome to the Unk crew. Oh gosh, not Karl Malone and Kenny Walker again. Alex English is a top 10 scorer playing for the Knicks. I'm gonna bargain that the Knicks are probably a playoff team right now. I'm going to bargain that they are probably a playoff team. Then we just go and see who is leading in these award races right now. David Robinson, which I think makes sense. David Robinson's about to pick up his second MVP. Of course, Charles and Clyde on the same team, both MVP candidates, and you got Hakeem and Len Bias. But this will probably go to David Robinson, given the way things are going. Rookie of the year. We didn't have a great rookie class, but Gary Payton averaging 11 points a game so far and a steal. Keep it moving. Sixth man of the year. Defensive player of the year is going to be Hakeem. It's going to be between these two. Shout out Grant Williams. Shout out Grant Williams. We support Grant Williams in the shout, of course. Most improved player, Tim Hardaway. By the way, Seattle is fire. I think we're about to see a couple of different teams. Yo, what's good? What's good, man? This is not the Shaq draft, no. This is somebody important. Let's go to the standings. Let's see what's happening here. Atlanta, #1 in the conference. So that's not gonna stand. This is literally the 2015 Hawks. That's what this is. How's Ewing? He's good, but the Spurs, they kind of missed their window. They had Chris Mullin, George Gervin, and Ewing, but they didn't win, and now what's his face is gone. So Chicago, New York is here. So because New York has done a great job drafting, they're actually playing Sean Kemp off the bench at the moment. Sean Kemp trying to develop it. He's on a very deep team. As you see, Michael Cage here is an 86 overall still. And then Rick Smits along with Clark Kellogg, Alex English, and Ron Harper. So the Knicks are kind of, in one season, have really kind of come up. You got Washington, Milwaukee, Cleveland with Scottie Pippen, Charlotte. Philadelphia has gotten old. Yeah, this is the Dikembe draft. Dikembe is on this. And of course, Detroit 1 year after making the conference finals. Yeah, that's happening. So let's see what's happening in the West. And Boston, just so you know, this is going to come down between Boston and Chicago like it does every year. Unless the Knicks are really like that. Then we go Portland, obviously. Houston, obviously. The Lakers are here because of a division rule, so they probably won't stay. They are trying to tank. They're trying to be bad and time it with Shaq. Sacramento, of course. Denver is doing good for once. That's nice because they've had a team that was worthy of competition for quite some time. Utah Jazz. Who is here in Utah? Oh, yeah, Rod Strickland. That's right. Rod Strickland. You love to see it. 21-7. Still playing with Adrian Dantley, by the way. Timeless. And Larry Nance. So they have got... And Sam Bowie. So... Golden State is barely above 500. San Antonio So yeah, this is also, and the Magic are Western Conference team to start their Western. Oh my God, 7 wins. Nah, this is tanking. Y'all got Tim Hardaway and Ralph Sampson and Jack Sigma, but he's regressing. 7 wins. Oh, they are tanking hard for Dikembe. 7 wins is crazy. All right, well, we will keep going. We've got a little bit left. Let's put the Knicks on screen. This is interesting. Just so y'all can see, here's who's in the draft. This is Larry Johnson draft. Sabonis anywhere? Didn't look like it. Larry Johnson, Dikembe Mutombo. That's pretty much it. Kenny Anderson. But those two are the biggest names. Let's put the Knicks on TV. Let's see if they're ready for prime time. Knicks and Kings, because the Kings have a super team. So, did you hear about this? LeBron James, apparently. A kindergartner dropping 32. But with a name like LeBron, he'll never be significant. It's fine. It's cool for his league, but I'll never see LeBron as a basketball player ever being a thing. I like Michael or Hakeem more as superstar names. You know what I mean? You got to keep in that lineage. Knicks and Bulls. This would be great. This is the real test. This is the real test. This is the actual test here. Ah, okay, cool. So it's what I thought. They're coming back, and then. All right, so yeah, they're good, but they're not ready for prime time yet. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's go for, let's see, Rockets. Back to Rockets Blazers. They have the exact same record. Now, by the time we get here, they won't, but by the time we get here, they won't. So let's see what their records are. 40-4, so pretty close. Probably going to be in the playoffs. Let's try this again. Why not? That high flyer, Kobe. Yeah, that's cool, but what about his fundamentals? What about this Kobe kid's fundamentals? Is he fundamental like a Reggie Miller? Nope. Rockets King, Lynn Bias, and MJ? You know what? It doesn't even look like this is working out. This doesn't look like it's actually working out. This might be the Rockets' year, yo. This might be the Rockets' year. Oh my gosh. I think Mike and David Robinson just had 50. 48 for MJ. So he had some demons to exercise in this one. Joe Barry Carroll with 21. This might be it, y'all. 1991. This might be it. We might finally have arrived. They played the Kings and the Bulls 3 times in like a 7-day span. Oh, this might be it, y'all. I think they've arrived. How many wins is this right now? 41-16? We have been waiting. We have been waiting for this for so long. If y'all haven't been in here, Mike got drafted in 1984. He's not won a championship yet. He's played with talent, but the rest of the league has been very talented as well. Still can't conquer Chicago, though. Still cannot conquer Chicago. Get 2 chances against the Kings here. Yo, what's good? What's good, Destructor? We're just finishing up the 1991 regular season. Said Bulls putting the Rockets in there. Bro, we might get Bulls Rockets in the finals this year. It might be a thing. It might be a thing. And we got a game out of this one. What's good, Seasons? And we got a game out of this one. 86-89. Lynn Bias, if you weren't here for the last stream, is actually much better than he used to be. But he's got 11 in this one, so. He's in prison. David Robinson, 21-10. So this is what you're betting on. Lynn Bias does take shots on screen now, so. Y'all heard Del Curry had a second kid? Even if one of them makes the NBA. Because I always hear about it. I always hear about this one child he brings to shoot around. Even if one does make the NBA, he'd be lucky for one to make the NBA, and it'd probably only be for a couple of years. I wouldn't put too much trust in it. 86-89, Sacramento up by 3. People are not going to Sacramento games anymore. People are not going to Sacramento games. People have given up on this team already. After they got Bernard King, they traded for Bernard King last season, who has been solid for them. So have you heard about a kid from Memphis named Penny Hardaway? He's like another Magic. First of all, don't disrespect Magic Johnson. Nobody's ever going to feel Magic Johnson's shoes. As a point guard, there will not be another Magic Johnson. This Penny Hardaway kid might be cool, but don't set him up for failure. Don't set him up for failure by comparing him to Magic. That's the worst thing. Sacramento has no fans when they're good. That's crazy. Don't set this Penny kid up for Magic by trying to make him feel... Don't set him up for failure by trying to make him feel Magic's shoes. He's been here with a terrible team for the last couple of years, and they still haven't fully tanked just because of Magic's greatness. Absolutely not. I won't do it. I won't buy into those talks. It's like saying there's going to be another Hakeem after he's gone in another 10 years or however long he plays. You know, it's just not going to happen. It is just not going to happen. Oh, I'm not going to finish. I'm not going to finish it tonight, coach. It's fine. MJ, all over it. Makes King give up the ball. Nobody wants to try to take shots on MJ. Rockets defense, standing up. Robinson rebound. Houston has a chance to tie. Yeah, now Shaq, you can sell me on Shaq. Shaq will be drafted into the league in another year. And so being that this is a big man's league, you see what David Robinson does, you see what Hakeem does. You can sell me stock on Shaquille O'Neal. He has potential to be the greatest big man of all time. He's got potential to be the greatest big man ever. He has a combination of size and speed. And when he hits his ceiling, Kareem has been great. Hakeem has been great. But I just don't know. Limb bias. Looking. Good defense. That's one thing Houston does. Solid post defense. Continuously. 52 seconds. But this is the one problem you have if you're Houston. Who do you go to for threes? Who do you go to for threes? Michael. Screen. Robinson. Posting. Robinson stepping back. Has he fallen in love with the three? Great defense. He's going to have to fade away. And that is probably going to be it. Do you see any downsides with Shaq? Not quite. I don't see any downsides with Shaq right now. Young, athletic, fast, strong. Maybe he won't be able to shoot, but big men don't need to be able to shoot. Big men don't need to be able to shoot the basketball. Hakeem shoots it from the mid sometimes, and everything else is drop steps, dream shakes. As long as the kid studies his post moves, he'll be all right. You know what I mean? Either way, it's a 5-point game. This one's probably over. If you voted for Houston, you probably lost. But either way, we will be right back after this brief commercial break.
Check out this legendary moment from Top Class Season 3, presented by Geico.
I just want to be the best player that I can be, do whatever I can to help the team win.
Streaming on Freevee, presented by Geico. Switch now and see all the ways you can save.
And we are back here in the midst of a 5-point game. Houston absolutely destroyed Sacramento less than 2 weeks ago. But here we are, and Sacramento's getting their lick back, as this is a team they are probably going to have to see in the Western Conference if they want to get back to the finals. Still have yet to win a championship. It looks like they probably got this one in hand. Robinson in the post. Maybe looking for a drop step with 15 seconds left. Is going to get that one to go, but probably would have went for a three. Said, it's not something, just a foul one guy, stall out a game. Foul bias and see what you get out of that. Said, I heard Shaq once played a game with the Looney Tunes squad and slammed the dunk full court while carrying 5 aliens that are up to 13 feet tall. Well, if all that's true, it's got a bright NBA future. He's got a bright NBA future regardless. Said these game covers are looking like Renaissance paintings now. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Bean on Discord. Oh, gosh. Shout out to Mr. Bean on Discord. Made this case for us. We get a case done every season. This was the one he made for 1991. Since we didn't have an actual champion in 1990, he went with the All-Star game. Maurice Cheeks, it's going to put up a 3. Won't go. Crazy rebound. 4 seconds. Cheeks is going to get one again. Not much of a game there. The Kings gonna walk away with the dub. Yeah, Houston is a bit concerning. I'm not sure if their style is gonna win a championship. I'm not sure if their style is going to win a championship. It always wins a lot of games. What's good for us? It always wins a lot of games, but I don't know. And you know what? Rockets Kings wasn't fun. I'll be honest with you. Let's get back to Rockets Blazers. Any thoughts on the Weber guy from Michigan? All my thoughts are on Shaq right now. Being totally honest with you, all my thoughts are on Shaq. The Lakers are positioning themselves perfectly. They're not really competing for anything. Magic is still in his prime. If they can last for one more season and get this Shaq kid to pair with Magic Johnson, you will see Magic end his career with 2 more rings at minimum, I would say. That's how much I believe in Shaquille O'Neal. So, give me all the stock. And it looks like we might almost be done with this season. We might almost be done with this season. Spurs. Yeah, this is about it for this year. If the Trailblazers don't have a game that we're interested in, we'll get to see like what the what's good, Shinrik. The Lakers right now 35-35, so still breaking at 500. Still breaking at 500. The Lakers won a game. Tough. Yeah, we never watched the Celtics in the regular season. They're not a good regular season team. They're not a good on-screen team. So they do what they do. They end up going to the finals, but Chicago, we already know Chicago's gonna kill everything. Chicago kills absolutely everything. 53-16. What's Shaquille O'Neal's NBA comp? I would say he's like a mix of Wilt Chamberlain strength and speed with David Robinson's size. That's probably how I would go with Shaq. This kid coming into the league, he's gonna dominate. He's gonna dominate. Yeah, the East just doesn't have many bangers besides the Bulls. They just own everything. Well, if it's all the same to y'all, let's go get here to this last. Let's get here to this last day and see what the season was like. Looking at the award races, that's how we tell pretty much who's going to be able to win it. Michael Jordan is going to get his first MVP. Michael Jordan is going to get his first MVP, which is very, very... You get 2, and it's 1991, so I told y'all it's about time, right? 2 Blazers, 2 Rockets, and then Larry Bird sitting here by his lonesome. He was, man. Yeah. You know what though? I can't choose a big man. So you know, I'm gonna just let it happen. I'm probably just gonna let it happen if that's what they choose. Wow. They said in 1991, Michael Arise, regardless if you like it or not. Scottie Pippen is getting Depoy love. Clyde Drexler is getting Depoy love. And Hakeem, of course, is probably going to win another one. Tim Hardaway is on his way. Mark Jackson. Oh, that's nice. The Sixers really could have used him. Cool. Let's see what the standings look like. That's most important, right? So check out the standings. Portland, of course, got the first seed. Houston here at 58-23. Sacramento. So they barely just missed the first seed. San Antonio had a complete turnaround. They were a 500 team every time I looked, but here they are with 49 win record. Denver, the Lakers are still in the playoffs. Magic Johnson is the greatest. The greatest. Still willing this team to win. But Terry Cummings is a good second, though. It's just the rest of this team. And Golden State is an A seed, so that's a W for the world. Yo, what's good, Cart? We pretty much finished the season. Chicago 59-21. Players' positions allows you to choose a big. Yeah, I know I can change their position, but I'm not gonna go through all of that to just a start in a Michael MVP. I'm gonna just let him get it if he's gonna get it. So the Bulls are probably gonna win this conference. The Bulls are more than likely gonna win this conference. in the playoffs. The Blazers can lose the first seed. Yeah, they actually can. I see. New Jersey. Charlotte made the playoffs. Hey! Shout out Charlotte. I think this is our first expansion team to make the playoffs, isn't it? Fat Lever, Big Booty Judy, Dale Ellis, Derek Coleman, Will Purdue, Kenny Smith, Mitch Richmond coming off the bench is disgusting. Who is he? You know what? You know what? How and why? But it's fine though. They made the playoffs though. That is our first expansion team to make the playoffs. All right. Let's see who actually let's see how it actually ends. There it is. Y'all. David Robinson was like 4th in that last voting, so he came and just snuck Mike. He gets his second MVP with averages of 27-12, 57%, and that's justice because I wasn't gonna do it by myself. I wasn't gonna do it, but so cool because he was way better. He was way better on screen. We thought Michael was gonna get it. His own teammate just. That's right. That's fine. So this is how the Spurs, by the way. We ignored this, but San Antonio, again, with Patrick Ewing and Chris Mullin, already a really good team. Already a really good team, and now they got the Rookie of the Year. So, don't know how that happened, but alright. John Williams, also the 6th Man of the Year. Whoa, the Spurs really came up, huh? The Spurs really came up. That is nice. Hakeem just added another depoy to the trophy case. Tim Hardaway got Most Improved Player, but how many wins did they get though? Handlebar Mustache is the Coach of the Year. All right, that's good. So let's see who the teams are here. IT, Michael, Lynn Bias, Larry Bird, and Dave Robinson. That's a very healthy first overall, our first All NBA team. Meanwhile, Clyde and Magic will get you on the second team. Kenny Walker, of course, probably another 27 points a game. Charles Barkley and Hakeem. Your third team is going to Reggie, Tim, Carl, Mark, and Patrick Ewing. All defensive first team, Mike, Clyde, Scotty. Nice. Scotty got a all defensive team averaging 18, 7, and 5. Oh, yeah. Man, I wish he had been drafted next to Mike. I believe Mike would already have championships if he was playing next to Scotty. These two, that's a dream pairing. I hope they play together one day. I just have a hunch. Xavier McDaniel, Ron Harper. So the Knicks are in the playoffs. The Knicks are in the playoffs for the first time since pretty much forever. Derek Coleman, 6'10", 260. That's going to be the real test. When Derek Coleman and Shaq match up, that's going to be the real test. Gary Payton, I don't know. Donald Simmons, cool. Cedric. Okay, this is cool. Let's see what the playoffs are like. So on these playoffs, you have the Blazers and Warriors as the 1-8 matchup. You've got the Jazz and Spurs. That's decent. That is Rod Strickland's first playoff match. Sacramento and Denver. Rockets and Lakers. Michael Jordan, MJ versus MJ in the first round. I have a bad feeling about this. Chicago's first round against the Nets. Boston versus Washington. New York and Cleveland. And who is this exactly? Under our very gracious sponsor banner, this is Atlanta and Charlotte. That will be the playoffs. And the playoffs are going to happen tomorrow, y'all, because it is basically midnight. The Lakers have won a game, apparently. So the internet is breaking. We do these... Oh, God, did y'all hear that? I hope y'all didn't hear my back. I'm not that old yet. Oh, God. I've only been here for 2 hours. We do these sim streams. I announce them on every single platform when I stream. So I announce them on my Twitter, Stom_2K. I announce it on my YouTube community page, Stom2K. My Instagram, Dom_2K. I literally announce everywhere when we do these. So these playoffs could take us up to 2 hours. It's not going to happen tonight. It's 12. Got things to do, places to go, people to see, places to be. Shout out, sponsored stream. If you're new here, appreciate you being here. Whether you're returning or not, definitely appreciate you watching. We have a lot of fun with these. It's not the only thing I stream, but we have a lot of fun with these. If you didn't come here at the beginning, that was the whole premise of the stream. We were said when you going to bingo is highly disrespectful. That is highly disrespectful. You got here, we were watching, of course, Uninterrupted's Top Class Life and Times of Sierra Canyon. It's basically following the Trailblazers elite high school team. It's Bronnies. the Bronze Sun. It's the team he's on. Following their championship aspirations, that was on Amazon Freevee. You can watch that for free on Fire TV, Roku, Prime Video, any of the above. Is going to come out tomorrow. I'll also be streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming tomorrow. I'll be streaming the day after that. I stream like twice a day. It's crazy. I still have like 3 minutes before I can legally get off. So let's look at some history before I die. I was about to say before I die, before I get off. Because I have 3 minutes before I can legally get off this stream. So we just look at some of the NBA history real quick for the people who hadn't been here as we were talking about. Yeah, I'm legally bound for 3 more minutes. These were our past champions. Moses Malone was able to get 1 on screen. That was probably the best big man before Hakeem Olajuwon. That was probably like no, Golden State never won a title, so just ignore this. Literally just ignore that. That never happened. Hakeem Olajuwon is probably the best big now, but Moses, he really did hold his own. This was a great Mavericks team, but then Mark Aguirre left literally 1 year after. They got back to the finals and lost in 5. Lakers, that was a huge typo. Where? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, no, just ignore that. That's fine. Boston and Sacramento was probably like the quietest 7-game series you'll ever find, and yeah, that's pretty much where we picked up. Lynn Bias has 3 this we haven't looked at. There is 3 scoring titles from Lynn Bias. Bernard King won all of them, and now Bernard King and Lynn Bias play together, and it's not really working. Who are the Kings playing in the first round? They're playing the Nuggets, so that should be cool. Okay, that should be fine. Yeah, so it's literally been Bernard King or Lynn Bias the whole stream. I'm good, y'all. I got a minute. We never looked through league history though. Lynn Bias putting up prime mellow numbers, but it's not leading to wins though. It's not leading to wins. For some reason, the chat hates on watching John Stockton. I've been trying to sell the bullets to chat for a minute. As y'all can see, John Stockton has been leading in assists pretty much since the beginning of time. We got 4 assist titles, but every time a Washington game comes up, they're like, "No, we're not watching Washington." So it's fine. The Magic Johnson, of course, with these. So that'd be a good battle to see who ends up with that. Steals is a mixed bag. Mark Eaton makes a lot of sense because he was actually pretty good on stream. All right, y'all. It's been real. It has been real. I am legally free. Much appreciated for the stream. I will be back streaming tomorrow. I'm pretty sure we'll finish the sim tomorrow. So follow my socials, follow Twitch if you're interested in it. Much appreciated, y'all.